I want to welcome you to Wakanna's focus group, the crown jewel of CBD. And I am Dr. Rita McGuire. I am the Chief Medical Officer for Wakanna, as well as one of the co-founders. And I want to welcome all of our guests. I want to welcome all of our business partners on tonight's webinar. So let's just talk about cannabis. You know, when we use the word cannabis, one, it has a very negative stigma still today, but I'm hoping by the end of this webinar, that negative stigma for many of you or some of you on the webinar will be no longer a negative stigma. It is truly mainstream. We see publications like this, in Time Magazine, in Centennial Magazine, Women in Weed, medical marijuana, recreational marijuana, CBD is all over the place. And truly, it is mainstream because of Dr. Sanjay Gupta's statement in 2013. See, Dr. Sanjay Gupta, who we all know, is someone who adamantly opposed medical marijuana, cannabis. He said there is absolutely no medical benefits. It's highly addictive. There is no safety profile, and absolutely not. But in 2013, he had to come back and really apologize. He said, we are systematically been misled about this plant. Not only does it have hundreds of medicinal benefits, but I have actually met and interviewed patients all around the world. He traveled to find out that this indeed was truly a medical breakthrough. So in 2013 is when we really saw so many of us that saw cannabis as a negative stigma to really be empowered to learn about its medicinal benefits. We all know the former Speaker of the House, he also adamantly was opposed to cannabis. But now he is on the board of one of the largest cannabis companies, is really advocating for cannabis to be used in veterans with PTSD, and just sold the cannabis company that he was on the board for many years for $3.2 billion. So you can absolutely understand that his mindset probably changed as well. Walgreens, CVS, they also are on board knowing that CBD is mainstreaming because folks want an alternative to their health. They want a healthy, organic, natural, holistic way of addressing their challenges. The Rolling Stones said that CBD will become the unexpected star of legalized pot or legalized marijuana. Women, you know, us women, we absolutely are always in the forefront. And women were surveyed in North America. About 1,500 women were surveyed, and they want to learn in this survey what interests women most about cannabis. And what they found was that 60% of women want to know how cannabis can improve their skincare. And you're going to hear a little later when I go over our products here at Wakanna, how our skincare product does just that. It addresses the benefits of skincare. 32% of women want to aspire to be part of the cannabis industry, aspire to be involved in retail sales. They also want to know how it can improve their sex life, as well as women want to attend an infused dinner. So see, it's really about learning and unlearning. It's really about getting past that stigma about this plant. We're going to really delve into that tonight. But the reason why the time is now to pay attention to this industry is that the projected North American legal sales of the cannabis industry is expected to exceed $22 billion in the next 2 years. So we're going to see an explosive growth by 700% or more. in an industry that is mainstream and an industry that is really each and every day getting past those stigmas. So Wakanna is the name of our company, and it is the path to unlocking better health, better wealth, leaving a legacy behind for your family, and to obtain true freedom. So a little bit about our company. Well, it's not just a company. Wakanna is a movement where our vision is that we exist to end the negative stigma that has caused communities around the world to suffer and lose out on the health and wealth benefits of the cannabis plant. Our mission is that we are the catalyst. We are a catalyst that is stirring this movement to inspire people to confidently move into the legal space as entrepreneurs, as formulators, as investors, evoking the courage and strength of people to take back their health, their wealth, their legacy, and freedom. We launched Wakanna on April 20th of 2019, and it was brought into existence through the synergistic efforts and shared foundational values of these four African American women who believe that health, wealth, and legacy and freedom belong to all people. I want you to meet our CEO, Melissa Boston. She brings to us over 29 years in direct sales, as well as 15 years in corporate America. In fact, she fired her boss. She retired at the age of 32 and a half years old. Since then, she has built in over 40 countries companies. She's trained over 50,000 distributors. She is a social media strategist, and she is the visionary behind Wakanna. And then our president, Dr. Patricia Van Pelt. She is a state senator serving her third term here in Illinois. She's an evangelist. She's a businesswoman and an author. And then Phyllis Nash, our fabulous Phyllis Nash, is our senior VP of sales. She's been in the sales industry for 30 years. In fact, she put Leon Barbecue, if you're from Chicago and you know Leon Barbecue, well, she put Leon Barbecue on the map 30 plus years ago. And then myself, Dr. Rita McGuire, I'm the Chief Medical Officer. I'm actually an obstetrician gynecologist, been practicing for quite a while, delivered lots of babies, but 3 years ago, I became an advocate and truly a expert in the cannabis industry, both on the hemp side, which we're going to talk about tonight, as well as I'm a certifying physician for the medical marijuana program here in Illinois, as well as I was the very first physician in Illinois to certify a patient in our opioid exchange program. So all four co-founders, we bring our expertise. We're also pioneers in this space. In fact, we were with a previous cannabis company where we took those sales in 18 months from $8,000 a month to over $250,000 a month in 18 short months. We've also founded the Pink Rush, which is a non-for-profit platform where we empower minority women to get into the cannabis industry. We're founders of the CBD Billionaires. It's a Facebook platform. We've exposed over 10,000 followers to the cannabis industry, as well as helping other companies and other industries grow by hundreds of millions of dollars. So let's look at the plant. Let's just end the negative stigma right here and right now. So the cannabis plant is the family, and it has over 100 plus compounds, or what we call cannabinoids, that it can produce. Two of the commonly known cannabinoids or compounds are THC, or delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol. Yes, that's a really big, long word. That is the part of the plant that gives you the high or gives you the psychoactive component, the euphoria, the paranoia, right? And then there's CBD, cannabidiol. Cannabidiol, I had never heard of before 3 years ago, but it is part of the plant that gives you the health benefits without the high. It's non-psychoactive. There's no euphoria. There's no paranoia. There's none of that like THC. And then within the family, this is really important. Pay attention. This is where it gets a little complicated. But within the cannabis plant, there are two species. One is marijuana. That is a species that has a very high level of THC, delta 9 tetrahydrocannabinol, and very trace amounts of CBD. That's the part of the plant that gets you high. And then there's the hemp species. That species contains very trace amounts of THC, in fact, 0.3% or less, which is very small, and high levels of CBD. So tonight, we're going to concentrate on the hemp species, the species that gives you all the health benefits that we're going to talk about without the high, without the paranoia, without the euphoria, without the psychoactive part. So CBD again stands for cannabidiol. It's the most common compound found in the hemp species. There are no mind-altering effects like THC, and I've been using it in my practice for the last 3 years in conjunction with other traditional forms of treatment when addressing different challenges that folks may have. So when we look at CBD, we can see it has a very long list of medicinal benefits, from being an antibacterial to helping with anxiety, with reducing inflammation, relieving pain, helping to improve blood sugar levels, helping to promote bone growth, helping to reduce seizures, helping to suppress muscle spasms in those who have multiple sclerosis. It's neuroprotective, which means that it helps to regenerate those nerve fibers in those who may have had a stroke or Parkinson's disease or multiple sclerosis. It also helps to reduce the function of the immune system. So those who have autoimmune disorders like lupus and fibromyalgia and scleroderma and sarcoidosis and multiple sclerosis and rheumatoid arthritis, it helps to balance the immune system from being so overactive. And then there are other cannabinoids like CBG and CBC and delta 9 THC. These all work together, what we call a full spectrum product. They all work together with the synergy on the cellular level to give some optimal results and testimony. So you may ask, Dr. Rita, how does CBD work in my body? And it works in the body by a system called the endocannabinoid system. And funny enough, this system was discovered when I was in medical school. I attended Wayne State School of Medicine in Detroit, and it was discovered in the early 1990s. And this system is deemed the most vital regulatory system within the human body. And not a lot of people know about this system. But this is how cannabis, when we ingest it, works in our body to put our body in balance, or we call homeostasis. So this system regulates and it modulates our bodily functions. It controls how we think, how we feel, how we react, our blood pressure, our blood sugar, our sleep cycles, our weight cycles, our inflammation, our pain, our anxiety. You name it, that's how CBD and the other cannabinoids work. So it doesn't have any snake oil properties. There's real science behind how it works in our body. And so this system is made up of receptors that when CBD is taken in and ingested, these receptors send a signal to different parts of the body. So let's take, for instance, those receptors in the brain and the central nervous system. Those receptors that regulate and modulate anxiety and depression. When you ingest CBD, that receptor sends a signal to the brain to release more serotonin and dopamine to improve our mood. CB2 receptors are found in the periphery in the immune system. They modulate and regulate pain and inflammation. So you take in CBD, it attaches to that CB2 receptor, sends a signal to that bad knee and says, decrease that inflammation, decrease that pain. So that's how this system works. In fact, there are receptors in every organ and gland in our body. These are the 10 main receptors, but there are receptors in every organ and gland, including the eyes, the lungs, the liver, the kidney, the bowel, the skin, the stomach, the teeth, the heart, the testicles, the ovaries, the uterus, the bones. These receptors are looking for these cannabinoids to put the body back in balance. So that's how CBD works. So now we understand that there are 2 species to this cannabis plant, and the hemp species is the part of the plant that gives us the health benefits without the high. And that's really important that you understand that. And so this disclaimer just states that the FDA does not approve of any of these statements, that these products should not be used if you're pregnant or nursing. If you are on medication, if you have a medical condition, please consult your physician. The other disclaimer just states that we have products that have the legal limit of THC, which is 0.3% or less, and we have products that are called broad spectrum products that are less than 0.0% of THC. So if you are on the webinar and you have random drug screens at your job, you are to use our broad spectrum products so that you can pass any random drug screen. So this is our product line. Again, the products on the left are our power line. Those are the full spectrum line with all of those amazing cannabinoids that we briefly talked about, with the legal limit of THC, which is 0.3%. And then you have on the right side our pure products. Those are our broad spectrum products that contain less than 0.0% of THC. Those are the products, if you have random drug screens at your job, the pure products in the white label are the products for you. So our products are products you can trust. Our products we provide some of the most rich medicinal hemp that is fully compliant with the State Department of Agriculture regulations, which means all of our hemp is grown organically. Our products are industrial hemp registered, and our products are Farm Bill compliant. In 2018 is when hemp was no longer a Schedule I drug. After 80 years, in 2018, the U.S. Farm Bill legalized hemp on a federal level in all 50 states, as long again as it contains less than 0.3% or THC. And our products that are full spectrum are Farm Bill compliant. We also have complete transparency, and we are committed to the highest quality products here at Wakanna. We're very unique in that we offer certificates of analysis on all of our products so that you can see that the milligram for milligram as well as the cannabinoid profile is in all of our certificates of analysis. Very, very important and critical during this time in the marketplace when we're talking about CBD products. You want to make sure that the products that you're taking are tested. So we go through third-party validation through a laboratory that is ISO qualified and GMP qualified to ensure the highest quality of products to our consumers and distributors. So one of our first products that I want to talk about is our Hemp MD. Our Hemp MD is a full spectrum product. It is a tincture, which means it's an oil that you place underneath your tongue. And this is one of our most potent products. It's 750 milligrams in a 15 ml bottle, which means this is a product for those who are on the webinar that may have more severe challenges that they want to address. I recommend that you start out with a low dose. Whenever you're introducing CBD, initially start low and slow. So the recommendation is 3 drops under the tongue twice a day to get started. Again, this is a great product for those who have more serious conditions and challenges that they're trying to address. Again, I tell you, Wakanna is very unique. We have a proprietary formula in our Hempranium 500 milligram product. Again, it's a tincture that you use initially twice a day. And our proprietary formulation not only contains organic CBD, but it also is enhanced with black seed oil, turmeric, MCT coconut, hemp seed oil, and peppermint. Now, why did we enhance our CBD product? Well, we enhance the product because we understand that there are many challenges out there. Challenges of high cholesterol and high sugar levels and hair loss and kidney and liver dysfunctions. And so black seed is an amazing organic oil that helps to improve digestion, kidney, liver, blood sugar, and cholesterol. In fact, black seed oil has been shown in research to rebuild what we call the beta cells of the pancreas. Those are the cells that produce insulin. So it's a great enhancement to our CBD oil. Turmeric. Many of you on the line probably already take turmeric. Well, we've enhanced our CBD oil, our Hempranium 500 oil, with turmeric. Turmeric addresses inflammation. It addresses a healthy heart. It addresses and improves memory. It enhances just our overall emotional well-being. And then we use MCT coconut oil and hemp seed oil as our carrier oil. We don't use fillers or carrier oils like olive oil or other fillers like vitamin E. All of those can be very damaging and toxic, we know, to the lungs. So these are carrier oils, not only have medicinal benefits, but they help carry the cannabinoids into the cells. And then we have topicals. We understand that adding local relief to areas of discomfort is critical, especially in those who have autoimmune conditions that cause joint pain and inflammation, as well as folks like me who work out every day. I actually pre-medicate my muscles and tender areas before I even work out with our topical products. It avoids me having to take Motrin and Aleve, which long-term can kill your kidneys. It prevents and avoids me from taking acetaminophen or Tylenol that long-term can cause liver failure. I use topical CBD instead. On the far left is our liquid relief, or our Dr. Rita's rub. It is 200 milligrams of CBD with 19 organic USDA essential oils, as well as our topical CBD relief for severe inflammation and pain or discomfort. That's that 200 milligram jar. And then one for mild to moderate conditions. That's our 500 milligram in the cream as well. So we have something for everyone, right? We have tinctures that you can place underneath the tongue. We have topicals that you can place for local relief, but I absolutely recommend that you combine all of our products so that that CBD is in the bloodstream at all times. And then we understand that the edible business is hot. People love to cook. They love to infuse their food and their beverages with edibles. And we absolutely have the state-of-the-art edible CBD culinary spices, garlic fire, flavor king, and chili lime, which I marinate my fish, my chicken. I use the Power Water Soluble. That's the product in the blue writing. I infuse my water. I infuse my smoothie. Any liquid or food, you can use our water soluble product. So if you don't have time to hold an oil underneath your tongue for 60 seconds before you swallow, because I meant to tell you that, it's important to hold that oil or that tincture underneath your tongue so it can be absorbed in the bloodstream before you swallow. Use the water soluble. Infuse your water, infuse your smoothie, infuse your oatmeal, whatever you're eating or drinking. And then we have a Culinary Plus. That's the next product you see that you can bake with, you can cook with. It has no flavor, but it has all of the great properties that CBD has in reducing inflammation, pain, anxiety, all of the medicinal benefits we talked about earlier that you can cook and bake with. And then our CBD culinary oil, oh my goodness, this oil is infused with grape seed oil, which has a long list of medicinal properties and helping to decrease inflammation and pain and memory and improving heart health. Yes, you can use this culinary oil instead of that olive oil you've been using in the kitchen and get the benefits of CBD. 1,500 milligrams of CBD in that entire bottle. And then our gummies. These are great products to use in combination with the tincture, with the topicals, and yes, in the kitchen with the spices. Each gummy on the left, our power line, is 25 milligrams of CBD. I personally take a gummy every night before I go to sleep. And I do that before I go to sleep because it helps the dopamine and serotonin pathways to become imbalanced. It helps you get into that rapid eye movement sleep, that restorative sleep, that sleep that when you wake up in the morning, you feel refreshed. You don't have that rebound hangover like a lot of the sleeping aids have, like Ambien and Restorol. It comes in a 20 count bottle and a 4 count package. We also have our broad spectrum gummies. Those are the pure, those are the white label, less than 0.0% of THC. Again, 40 milligrams though of CBD in these particular gummies. And what I love about our gummies, again, we are very unique. Our gummies are not coated, but they're infused. Infused means that you get a more potent, you get a more effective result on a cellular level when the product is infused. So this comes in a 16 count bottle and a 4 count package as well. So those are our gummies. And then we have what we have here is the CBD joints and the vape cartridges. Now, the advantages of using these products are many. I'm going to talk about the top two. If you know anyone that is still smoking cigarettes, you want to introduce, bless them, purchase for them either our CBD joint or our vape cartridges. If you need acute results, meaning you have an acute onset of a migraine headache, or maybe you have gout, acute onset of gout, acute onset of anxiety, or maybe you just can't get to sleep. These particular products, onset of action is within 1 to 5 minutes. So they act very quickly. Their duration is short, maybe an hour. But again, if you're combining that tincture oil underneath the tongue with the topical, with the gummy, then these products are used for acute onset of certain conditions. CBD joint, each time that loved one has a desire to smoke a cigarette, have them take 1 to 3 pulls on that joint or on that vape oil cartridge, and it will take the desire away from them to smoke. How does it do it, Dr. Rita? Well, it does it through the endocannabinoid system. Again, those receptors in the central nervous system, those receptors that are found in the brain that have the reward pathway, right? When you smoke nicotine, it gives you that reward sensation. It also has that craving to get more nicotine. Well, CBD comes in and blocks those pathways so that folks are not craving nicotine anymore. It is an amazing product for those who love that smoke, for those who have acute onset of conditions. The onset of action is 1 to 5 minutes. And then our Healthy Hair Solution product, our Empowered Hair, is another amazing product for those who have hair thinning due to hairstyles. So traction alopecia, to those who have hormonal imbalances that causes hair thinning or hair loss, androgenetic alopecia, or for those who also may have undergone treatment, chemotherapy. As long as you have a hair follicle, this product will restore your hair. This product can be used topically for those who have random drug screens, because remember, it's a black label. It does contain the legal limit of THC. So if you have random drug screens, you have hair thinning, hair loss, you can still use the product topically because topical products do not pass the blood-brain barrier. And what that means, they do not pass into the system to get into the urine. This product can also be ingested by placing it underneath the tongue like our other tinctures. So this is a great product for those who want healthy hair, they want hair restoration, or those who have alopecia due to different hairstyles that has caused hair thinning. Then we talked about how those 1,500 women want to know how cannabis can not only improve their skin care, but their sex life. Well, these are two products that address both men and women. Our Power Mango Body Cream is 500 milligrams of CBD. This is an amazing cream that not only has CBD, but other organic herbs that help to decrease inflammation, decrease bacterial and fungal infections, help to restore moisture in the skin, and also address skin rashes and skin disorders. The CBD lube is our Cherry Bliss Lube, 400 milligrams of CBD. Again, it enhances the sexual performance in the bedroom. So it's great for women who have vaginal dryness. It's great for men who have erectile dysfunction. It's great for couples who just want to spice it up in the bedroom. And it's also water-based, can be used very safely with condoms. And then we understand that this time, this pandemic has truly warranted our immune system to be equipped. We know that we can't control this virus, this coronavirus, but we can control the host, which is us, our body. So here at Wakanna, we have essential oils that address viruses. You know, essential oils have been around for centuries, and there are several studies that show that essential oils can help reduce a viral load. We can't make any claims that any of our products or any of our essential oils can cure or treat the coronavirus, COVID-19, because there is no treatment yet. But definitely we can help to boost our immune system with our essential oils. We also have two new products. One is Essential Defense. It is 5 organic essential oils in a blend that can be used topically, orally. You can use it on your surfaces. You can use it in your diffuser. And the one on the right is our First Defense. It is the #1 nasal CBD proprietary formula that will give you acute results for acute conditions. Because the nasal mucosa is so available, the mucous membranes, the bioavailability, once it hits the mucous membranes, can get into the system in 1 to 5 minutes. So that's another product that you want to use if you need some results and results quickly. We have a Defense Tea. It is a 4-day detoxification program. Why? We need to build our immune system, our thymus, our lymph glands, our pancreas, our adrenals. All of these glands get stressed during times of viral infection. So our immune tea makes 32 ounces all at one time. We recommend 8 ounces every day for 4 days to really boost that immunity. We have a hand and surface sanitizer that is CDC qualified for the use against SARS-CoV-2, the novel coronavirus that's causing COVID-19. Now, the CDC has recommended that one of the qualified chemicals or substances that is used in hand sanitizer is alcohol. Well, this particular product uses another compound that the CDC recommends, and that's quaternary ammonia. It is preferred because it's not drying to the hands. It's not flammable like the alcohol. This product can also be used on surfaces. So you can use it as a hand sanitizer and a surface sanitizer. We have a process at Wakanna to really help you understand how these products work. We have a process at Wakanna to develop yourself personally, and we have a process that helps to really teach you about wealth creation, because we know that wasn't taught in many of our universities. So our Wakanna University has a three-pronged process and is your source for cannabis education and wealth creation. And some of the things that you'll learn if you decide to enroll in Wakanna University is really more about the endocannabinoid system, more about how those other cannabinoids work, how to infuse, how to cook. We teach you how to brand and market if you decide to take the next step and become a business partner here with us in Wakanna. We even look at some of the viable stock companies in the cannabis industry. So Warren Buffett really says it best. Wakanna University is something that is an investment that you're going to make in yourself, and the best investment you can make is an investment in yourself. The more you learn, the more you will earn. So the basic certification for Wakanna University is $199. It's an amazing online platform that each and every month you come to and you learn all of the new industry standards about compliance and quality and our new products and dosing and drug-drug interactions and marketing and how to brand yourself and our compensation plan. This 8-hour online course is amazing. Afterwards, we give you an exam that is open book, open computer, because we want to empower not only our customers, but our business partners on the cannabis industry. We also have a legacy area of our company where we give 1% of our profits to help feed children and empower our communities. So we are very, very unique. Our business model is not a traditional network marketing model. It is a hybrid of a micro franchise and a network marketing company. And we'll talk about what that means. A traditional network marketing company, if any of you have been a part of one in the past, that's a company that typically pays down to infinity. And the reason why lots of folks don't make money in those sort of business models is because the company has to pay so many people. Well, we have a compensation plan where we pay down 7 levels deep so that those who are doing the work, those at the top, are the ones are making the money. So we've had so many success stories about that. But Wakanna equals freedom. And freedom is a condition to speak, act, and pursue your happiness. And this guy, he is trying to give you this key in being a player. We talked about this industry is going to exceed $22 billion in the next 2 years. And if you are on the line and you are from my state in Illinois, 1 million Illinoisans have filed for unemployment. This is a time to really seriously think about adding additional streams of income during this unprecedented time during this pandemic. So these are 7 ways, not 6, but there are 7 ways that you can lock arms with us here at Wakanna as a broker. And these are the 7 ways that you can get paid. You can get paid through having your own online CBD dispensary, through retail sales, through our shared wealth pool, through earnings as a broker, through overrides as a broker, through our car allowance program and our free trips program. Now, typically when you say the word dispensary, this comes to mind, right? It's a brick and mortar. Well, we have the opportunity here at Wakanna to have your own online dispensary. When you have an online dispensary at Wakanna, you actually earn money without holding inventory. In fact, you can earn between 20 and 50% commission each time customers come to your online site and they shop. Your customers get free shipping right now with orders over $50. They're getting affordable, natural, and organic products. And there's an opportunity that you'll hear more about in having a 30-day free test drive and having your own online CBD dispensary. The only thing that we require is that within those 30 days that you come to our Wakanna University, you take that online course, you take that online test, which is open book and open computer, you pass it by 70 percentile pass rate to continue to get those commissions that you're earning on your online site. So let's look at what that looks like. This is just an example. Let's say you have 5 active customers at the end of the month. You have about $1,000 in sales on your online site. That's a 30% commission. You're getting $300, $100 in product bonus. Collectively, total credits, that's $400. Now, who could use that during this time, this unprecedented time during this pandemic? So as you take it a step further, let's say you're on the line and you're looking for an additional stream of income. You're looking for a recessional proof sort of home-based business model. You've always been interested in cannabis. Now you understand there's a part of the plant that gives you the health benefits without the high. You understand that Wakanna is a movement. It's much more than a CBD company, much more than a CBD company. You want to lock arms with us? Well, as you start building a team, you start to make commissions on your team members' sites as their customers spend money as well. You make those commissions on their sites 7 levels deep. Now, as a broker, or sometimes I use the word business partners, we have these dispensaries that you can sell. So let's go back and look at the very first dispensary that we're going to talk about. That is the dispensary that most serious folks who want to start this business, want to lock arms with Wakanna, serious folks come in with a full crown jewel dispensary. And what that includes is not only $1,500 worth of products that you can retail, products that you yourself can start taking. You can bless some family members that you know are struggling with some challenges with. It also comes with a business toolbox. And that toolbox is $500 worth of basic Wakanna University certifications, 2 vouchers for that, and you get a broker's master key. Now, a broker's master key means that as a broker, you're able to go out and get thousands of agents and give them a free 30-day website, online CBD website, as long as they become certified within 30 days to our Wakanna University. The cost is $998. The value is $2,000. So when you retail these products in this particular dispensary, you're at about a 50% profit margin. So this is the best way to start a business with Wakanna with a full crown jewel dispensary. So each time you sell one of those full crown jewel dispensaries, you make $200. Each time you sell a full crown jewel dispensary, you make $200. So let's look at what that looks like. And you get paid weekly each time you sell that full crown jewel dispensary. Let's look at what that looks like when you start to build a team and they start to sell full crown jewel dispensaries. you'll see that you get commissions 7 levels deep each time your team member sells a full crown jewel dispensary. Let's look at another dispensary, and that's our personal use dispensary. This is a dispensary that is valued at $500. You pay $299. Again, about a 40% profit margin if you take these products and retail some of them. You may want to take them personally as well to get a testimony. You also get a website, you get a broker's master key. And again, within the first 30 days or less, we want you to get certified in our Wakanna University so you can continue to make those commissions on your website, or we want you to upgrade from this personal use dispensary to a full crown jewel dispensary. Just like in the full crown jewel dispensary, when you sell a personal use dispensary, you make $50 each and every time you sell a personal use dispensary. Now, as you start building a team and your team does the same thing, yes, you make commissions 7 levels deep each time your team is selling personal use dispensaries as well. And then we have something called a shared wealth pool. This is a very exciting part of our compensation plan. Now, the shared wealth pool means that at the end of the month, our company takes 4% of the profits and they divide those shares that are outstanding amongst sapphires, rubies, emeralds, and diamonds. So let me quickly talk about how you become a sapphire. You become a sapphire by having $10,000 in sales at the end of a calendar month, and those sales have to be produced by you and at least one other broker, one other business partner. It's called a 50% rule. A ruby is $25,000 in sales at the end of one calendar month. And again, those sales have to come from at least you and one other, at least one other. It can be hundreds of people that make up that amount of sales in your team to be a ruby. An emerald is $50,000 in sales at the end of the calendar month. Again, with you and at least one other making those sales possible. Diamond dispensaries. 1-star diamond all the way to 5-star diamonds are also in this 4% shared wealth pool. Now, what's different about diamonds is that the 1/3 rule applies. That means you and at least 2 other business partners have to have $100,000 in sales at the end of one calendar month. The efforts of you and at least 2 other at $100,000 in revenue. 2-star is $250,000, 3-star $500,000, 4-star $750,000, and 5-star $1 million in sales. Now, what makes it very exciting is when you hit 1-star diamond, what happens? You get an additional 2%. So that's 6% of the shared revenue pool of the company each and every month if you hit 1-star diamond and above. Very, very exciting. And then our car allowance. No, you don't get a Mercedes-Benz, but what you do get is $500 toward any car note once you hit 1-star diamond and above. That's our car allowance. And then our free trip or our diamond lifestyle reward trip is to South Africa. We are taking 1-star diamonds and above, all expense paid trip to the motherland, South Africa. So really, really exciting compensation plan. We are a hybrid of a micro franchise and a multi-level marketing, all in one, 7 levels deep. Those who are doing the work are those that are getting paid. So the features and benefits truly are unlimited when it comes to wealth potential. You know, we are dealing in a industry that's going to grow by 700% minimum in the next 2 years. We are in an unprecedented time where in Illinois, 1 million people have applied for unemployment. We are living in a time where a virus is really causing havoc on our hosts. We're living in a time, despite technology and medicine and the advances in medicine, we're still dying prematurely from heart disease and diabetes and anxiety and all of the autoimmune diseases. So locking arms with Wakanna truly is something, if you're serious about business ownership, you want to look at our opportunity here at Wakanna. So just to recap, there's an opportunity to come in as a broker with a 30-day free test drive. There's also the opportunity, we have something called a customer variety pack for those who just want product. We have an opportunity for those who want kind of one toe in, maybe one toe out. They want products, they want that website, they want the ability to make an extra stream of income during this time. There's also something we're rolling out brand new this week, our millennial package for those millennials in your life that you know cannot afford $9.98, but this package is $199.95. We're giving you 6 of our top products that millennials are looking for. It's a $500 value. They're not only getting products, but they're also getting the Wakanna University. They're getting that educational platform to help them really build their business. They're also getting the broker's license where they're able to give away as many free online websites, and they also get their own Wakanna replicated website. So those are for those millennials that truly are getting hit hard. Many of them will not be going back to some of their jobs, as well as some of the baby boomers. We have something called a stimulus package for them, for those who are upper in age and want to not only improve their health, but they want to leave a legacy behind for their great, 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 great grandchildren. This is another package. It's $199. It's valued at over $500. Again, with 5 of our top products, our empowered hair, our topical pain relief, our gummies, our Hempranium 500. Again, coming with that Wakanna University, the source of cannabis education, their broker's license, the ability to give away as many free online websites, and their own website as well. And then the full crown jewel dispensary is for that serious entrepreneur that you may be on the webinar tonight. You may know someone that is interested in getting in the cannabis industry. You want to let them know the full crown jewel dispensary is the way to go. Your cost is $9.98. You can break that into 2 payments to get started and started tonight. So at the end of this webinar and every week, there are 3 types of people. There is that personal use dispensary. That's the person that wants to be a customer. Maybe you may be on the webinar and you want to see how the products work and you want to be able to work that business. That's the personal use dispensary. Number 2, you could still have questions. Maybe you want to put it in that chat area for me so I can answer your question. Or number 3, you're ready to get started and you're ready to get started tonight with that full crown jewel dispensary. Whichever number you are, remember the number so that you can tell the person who invited you on the line if you're number 1, number 2, or number 3. So we want you to lock arms with us here at Wakanna. The 4 co-founders are excited for you to help us in this movement to end the negative stigma, to help our communities become empowered by the fact that there is a part of this plant that gives us the health without the high. Hopefully, you've learned something new tonight that 3 years ago, like myself, had never heard of CBD, didn't know that there was a healthy part of the cannabis, didn't know there was a part of the plant that didn't give you high, but gives you all the health that you are trying to restore. So thank you for attending. Please contact the person that invited you on this call so we can get you started and started tonight, either as a customer or a business partner.